1. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe stepped into her first leading role with Ladies of the Chorus in 1948, at 22, opening the journey from a pin-up model to a global movie star. By 1955, with the 7-year itch, at 29, the image of Marilyn in the flying white dress took her to the peak of beauty and made her an eternal symbol of sensuality in Hollywood. Her final role in The Misfits in 1961, at 35, closed a short but brilliant career, leaving behind a legend that never fades. 2. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor entered her first leading role with National Velvet in 1944, at only 12, showing the extraordinary talent of a child star. In 1958, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, at 26, brought her into her most radiant era in both beauty and acting with These Old Broads in 2001. At 69, Elizabeth closed her screen journey as a veteran star full of strength and timeless charisma. 3. Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn truly shined with Roman Holiday in 1953, at 24, turning a young actress into a world star. Her peak of beauty and style came with Breakfast at Tiffany's in 1961. At 32, creating an eternal fashion icon. Her final role in Always in 1989, at 60, was A Gentle Farewell from a Legend of Grace. 4. Grace Kelly. Grace Kelly entered leading roles with High Noon in 1952, at 23, quickly admired for her rare elegance. In 1955, To Catch a Thief, at 26, brought her to the peak of beauty alongside Cary Grant. Her last film, High Society in 1956, at 27, closed her acting career as she stepped into a new life as Princess of Monaco. 5. Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner began her career with Whistle Stop in 1946, at 24, opening the path from a new face to a star with The Barefoot Contessa in 1954. At 32, she reached the height of beauty and aura. Her final role in Regina Roma in 1982. At 60, quietly ended a career full of passion and storms. 6. Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren marked her first leading role with Aida in 1953, at 19, beginning the journey from a young Italian girl to an international icon. Her peak of sensual beauty came with Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow in 1963, at 29, when Mediterranean charm conquered the world. With The Life Ahead in 2020, at 86, Sophia still moved audiences, proving the power of a living legend. 7. Brigitte Bardot. Brigitte Bardot stepped into leading roles with Manina, the Girl in the Bikini in 1952, at 18, quickly noticed for her rebellious beauty. In 1956, and God Created Woman, at 22, brought her to the peak of charm. Her final role in the edifying and joyous story of Colonat in 1973, at 39, closed her film career. 8. Lauren Bacall. Lauren Bacall made her debut with To Have and Have Not in 1944, at 20, remembered for her deep voice and sharp gaze, with The Big Sleep in 1946. At 22, she reached her peak of cool elegance. Her final role in The Forger in 2012, at 88, showed a star who kept her spirit until the end. 9. Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman began her international career with Intermezzo in 1939, at 24, winning Hollywood with Natural Beauty. Her greatest peak was tied to Casablanca in 1942, at 27, the image of Ilsa Lund becoming immortal. Her final role in A Woman Called Golda in 1982, at 67, was a dignified farewell. 10. Jane Russell. Jane Russell entered the spotlight with The Outlaw in 1943, at 22, shocking audiences with bold beauty. In 1953, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, at 32, brought her to her peak beside Marilyn Monroe, her final role in Darker Than Amber in 1970. At 49, closed the career of a Hollywood icon,